what creates opportunity in life. It's the difference between the future we want our kids to inherit and the future that keeps us up at night.
Education matters, and that we all have a very deep invested interest in the quality of our education system.
We know that great schools make for great communities and that great educators make for great schools.
What's going on in education today should give us all great hope for what that future looks like.
The Succeeds Prize is about much more than just one night. It's a movement. It's about how we take the things that we learn from the best educators across our state and we share them with other communities all across Colorado.
Finalists of the Succeeds Prize embrace what we embrace here at MindSpark Learning. They're innovative, they have a strong community and a strong network, they leverage their resources well, they have student voice and teacher voice at the table, and they're willing to take some risks.
The Succeeds Prize brings together three exciting partners: 9 News, MindSpark Learning, and Colorado Succeeds.
Really, our exposure and storytelling about the great work that's being done in education is what 9 News' involvement is all about.
MindSpark Learning is a national organization. We aim to improve education through working through educators and school leaders.
Colorado Succeeds represents business leaders from across the state who want to partner with educators, with government leaders, and with all of you to help make sure that all kids have access to a game-changing educational experience.
We had the 9 Teachers Who Care awards for more than 20 years, and we started to think about what Colorado Succeeds was doing, and it became clear that we should really join efforts and recognize education systems, schools, rather than just a single individual.
What makes this partnership so special is the way that we can identify great educators, we can support them in continuing to deepen their practice and improve their craft, and the ways that we can share what's working.
It's really important to us to uplift them, upskill them, and support them so that all of the communities that we care about can thrive.
They're the ones that are going to build a bigger and better Colorado. And as a community, we can come together and truly create an inspiring education system.
We want Colorado to be known as a leader across the country in improving educational experiences for all kids. And the Succeeds Prize is just one of the many ways that we're working to do that.
Please welcome Kim Christensen, lead anchor for 9 News.
Thank you, and welcome. Welcome to all of you. I'm so happy to be here tonight. This is big time. This is 3 years now for the Colorado Succeeds Prize, and we're at the LA Calkins Theater live on 9 News. How about that? Yeah, let's hear it for our teachers. We want to welcome everyone here, but also everyone watching, because we're here to celebrate. We're celebrating all that is good and right and great and excellent about education and our phenomenal educators. So we're going to have a good time tonight, and we're going to hear some great stories as well. The Succeeds Prize is showcasing the innovations that are happening in our classroom and promising practices in Colorado's classrooms. These are forward-thinking educators that are among us tonight with the intent we really want to shine a light on what you're doing, because best of all, we want to share that with these educational experiences and with students who can really benefit from them. To begin with, the obvious. We want all educators, whether a finalist or a guest, to stand up, because we want to give you a big round of applause. How about that? You are doing the work day in, day out, and we know it is a job you do selflessly, and you care passionately about our kids. We say thank you. Thank you to all of you here tonight. This is your night. Over a decade ago, 9 News joined forces with companies across our state, and the goal was to found Colorado Succeeds. It was a nonprofit organization that works with business leaders, and the purpose was to invest in improving schools, changing educational outcomes for our children, and also shape the future for Colorado's workforce. Together, we are driven by the belief that the educational system itself should respond to the diverse needs of learners rather than ask them to try and conform to the constraints of the existing structure. 2 years ago, we released Vision 2030. Many of you in this room know about that. It outlines how we can transform Colorado's educational system in order to build agile learners. Vision 2030 imagines a future where all of Colorado's children develop transferable competencies that really will prepare them for a future that none of us can predict and commit them to growth and development. Vision 2030 outlines the educational principles that students experience and then give them that competency needed to succeed in what is a rapidly changing and globally competitive workforce. And we also want them to pursue their own passions on their own. I'm sure there will be many teachers among them. So tonight's finalists really exemplify innovation and excellence and our vision of what educators and administrators need to understand and to adapt to the changes in our world, and then translate them back to relevant programs and curriculum as well. They create a unique educational experience that really helps students learn about themselves and about the world, and how we can equip our students to make choices about what they learn as well. These are the mindsets and practices of dynamic educators that we are honoring tonight, all of you. And yeah, you guys are dynamic, every one of you. You got great energy. We can already feel it in the room tonight. This is your night off from school, right? Because I know you're normally grading homework and doing all the other things, but you know what? Take a night. Enjoy it, okay? On tonight, on behalf of MindSpark Learning, 9 News, Colorado Succeeds, and really all of the member companies, and there are many, we are honored to invest $150,000 through 6 different award categories tonight. And tonight, each winner will go home with $15,000, and the runner-ups in each category get $5,000, because we want you to continue what you're doing. Our state is really a hub for risk takers and entrepreneurs. That's why people come here. It is what attracts business to establish and relocate and to grow here. And we are driven by the opportunity to really make a lasting impact. And we want to work alongside with educators to do the exact same thing. The Succeeds Prize is just one way we can do more, and that the business community has eagerly come along to the table to work hand in hand to cultivate that next generation of inquisitive and dynamic leaders. Importantly, we want you to know this is not a one and done thing. It's not just tonight, okay? This is really a statewide movement that we started for Colorado. We want to become a leader in improving educational outcomes and experiences for our children. So we hope all of you will join us, those of you in this room, everyone at home, and be a part of this within your school, within your community, or within Colorado Succeeds. You can help us out. We have so much work to do to really prepare Colorado's nearly 1 million students for an exciting but a very uncertain future. So to kick things off, we would like to look back on the impact of past year's recipients and how they're really sharing these results and improving our vision for our state.
We all play a role in making sure the education system is the best it can be. Collaboration gets to collective impact.
The business community has a vested interest in making sure that the teachers and the educators and the administrative systems that support education in Colorado are well-resourced.
We firmly believe that positivity and positive stories beget more positivity and more positive stories.
Green Mountain High School won the Excellence in Education Innovation Award in 2018. It is something truly none of us will ever forget. We really won't. A few years ago, we started just thinking differently about how we teach math. They are learning geometry, and then they're also learning construction. So we are building homes for Habitat for Humanity. You think about the myriad of skills that we're teaching 9th and 10th graders in high school in a field that is very high need as well. It's phenomenal.
Vision 2030 really aligns well with the Colorado Department of Education's mission and our state mission, that our school system needs to be nimble and effective, be able to change with the workforce needs. Personalized learning is really important in Vision 2030, and that's a critical element of our work at CDE, is how do we make sure that every student is engaged, excited about their learning, and can follow their own pathway.
The changes that we have seen in our students are literally night and day. It's this fully encompassing piece of connecting learning to real life, to a real issue that our students are really making a difference in. This coming school year, 2019-20, we will be bringing geometry and construction into 7 other high schools, and the following year, hopefully another 10, just in Jeffco.
It makes us really watch those districts and watch those schools and those educators so that we can learn from them. We hear from somebody that says, oh, we'd like to try something like this, and we know from the Succeeds Prize that a school or district has been successful in that. We can connect, we can broker those relationships.
We want the education system to be strong so that we're able to hire the best and the brightest, and also so that those employees understand that their employer supports education, which is improving Colorado overall.
It's so exciting to see that there are people that care enough, that want to be part of what is happening in our schools, that will ripple down to opportunities for students all over the state of Colorado, as well as validating teachers and lifting up our profession.
Schools are a lot of times the lifeblood of the community. The impact that schools have go far beyond just the students. The energy really does permeate, and it really is contagious throughout an entire community.
The Succeeds Prize for Transformational Impact in an Elementary School, presented by T-Tech. The finalists are Aurora Quest K-8, Longfellow Elementary, Manassas Elementary.
We live in a world that's changing very, very quickly. We're finding that education has never been more critical. So at T-Tech, we're a results-driven organization. Nothing is more important to us than to see the communities that we do business in thriving. For us, it's foundational that the children in these communities have access to high-quality education. On behalf of T-Tech's 50,000 employees, we're very proud to be sponsoring the Transformational Impact in an Elementary School Award. We honor the teachers and the schools that go far and beyond and come up with new ways each and every day to excite these kids, to energize them, to get them to want to come to school, and to get them motivated to actually perform above and beyond what they actually thought they were capable of performing at. It starts with kindergarten and goes all the way through 12th grade. We've invested millions and millions of dollars over the last decade in providing everything from iPads, laptops, building computer labs, building libraries, as well as now we're starting to focus on how can we actually make these teachers' lives easy. At the end of the day, the schools that tend to perform the best and the teachers that tend to get the best results are the ones that are consistently thinking outside of the box. With T-Tech's headquarters based here in Colorado, all of us are very excited to help drive education forward here in Colorado.
Here to present the award, Rodrigo Monroy, Vice President and Chief Counsel International for T-Tech.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a good time. Before we do anything, I would like to say that regardless of who receives this award tonight, on behalf of the Teletech Community Foundation, I want to thank all of the teachers and school personnel for all what you do every day, every single day. Without you, our country would not be where it is, and that's something we need to follow. Now, let's figure it out who did this. Longfellow Elementary.
As we always do, I'd like you to start with 3 nice deep breaths. Longfellow Elementary School is in Salida, Colorado. We really value the concept of caring community.
What do you think a way of active kindness can be?
After discussions with the staff, we talked about how do we introduce a mindfulness practice every day to help the kids settle and focus. It's being present. That's the whole idea behind it.
We came up with a system where we would break up the year into 4 intervention cycles, and teachers would email a list of students and their specific needs. We also talked about how can we also include social emotional groups at the end of the day.
The idea is how do you bring people together, teachers and staff members, and talk about what different kids need, whether it be academic or behavioral, and everybody brainstorms. It's not letting any children slip through the cracks. That's what we're trying to do.
What makes Longfellow so great is that we really involve our community in so many of the decisions that we make.
We want to engage our kids in the community in as many ways as we can. We have this wonderful cooperative adventure going on with the Farm to School. The other group we cooperate with is the Greater Arkansas River Nature Association. We get the kids up in the mountains where they explore different habitats.
The kids need something different, so let's be open to making a change.
Are we going to change the world? Who knows, you know? We just keep trying, right?
Wow. First of all, this is so fun that it's being shown across. So first of all, to our kids in our community in Salida, nicely done, everybody. And thank you to everyone who's part of bringing this together. We just can't say enough about an effort to value teachers and people who work with kids in schools. It never happens enough, and this is a wonderful thing to see happening. Yes. And as it was stated, we just have such a great community support. The school board and our superintendent came up with a goal of we are the education community, a vision several years ago, and the community has bought into that, and they gave us new schools, and they gave us the capability of drawing an amazing group of teachers together who collaborate and work together to make it as great as possible for our kids. And we finish every day, and I'm so proud of this. The kids here, the last thing they hear as they leave school every day is, "We love you all." And we love all of you too. Thank you.
The Succeeds Prize for Transformational Impact in a Middle School, presented by Vita. The finalists are the Academy of Advanced Learning, Altona Middle School, McAuliffe International School.
Thank you, Colorado Succeeds, for including me in your event. We appreciate how the Succeeds Prize continues to recognize the talent and the strong sense of caring for students across our state. We have great respect for the educators who bring energy, innovation, and passion to our schools and the students and the communities they serve. For those unfamiliar, Vita is a community of caregivers, 60,000 strong, serving over 200,000 patients around the world. As the CEO of Vita, and more importantly, as a dad of 3 kids, education is personal. Education is the rocket fuel for our children that unleashes their potential in changing our world. Like healthcare, I believe education is not a luxury, but rather essential. I am so proud that Vita continues to support the Succeeds Prize and the transformational impact in our middle schools. Thank you to all the educators in the room and across Colorado. You are a force for change.
Here to present the award, Kate Bralla, Senior Director for Vita.
Thank you all for having me here today. My son just started kindergarten a few weeks ago, and so it'll be a number of years before he starts in middle school. What I take great comfort in is knowing that there are educators, thousands of you across Colorado, that are really focused on innovation and the future for our students, and I thank you for that. It is my honor tonight, on behalf of Vita and on behalf of Colorado Succeeds, to recognize the winner tonight, and that is the Academy of Advanced Learning.
The Academy of Advanced Learning is a K-8 free public charter school, and it's located in Aurora, Colorado.
This is the very first system that I've ever been in where we've been able to encompass all learners at their level and then grow them at their pace.
We believe that our community needs a school that is tailored to their needs. And so we're open at 6:30, and parents can drop their child off anytime after 6:30, and we will take care of them, and that's free till 6.
And lead, how many do we have? Good.
We're the only school that I know of, K-8, that requires the Art of Thinking course every day, an hour and a half. The Art of Thinking includes information literacy, problem solving and decision making, and critical thinking.
We have to prepare these kids to solve problems that don't yet exist. The basic goal is teaching them how to think versus what to think.
We really value closing the achievement gap in your 2030 competencies. That's our North Star.
I'm allowed to make decisions here at a professional level because I am treated like a professional. And that to me makes me feel valued.
Regardless of how transformative the school system is, it's still heavily dependent on great teachers.
Thank you. Quite a surprise for us. 3 years ago, several of us got together and we wanted to create a new education system. And we want to thank our parents and our students who trusted our vision and helped us move our first school along. And I just want to say one other thing, and that is what I said at the end of that little clip, is that we believe that we are doing some innovative things, just like the other nominees. But there's one thing that's still pretty old-fashioned, and that is great teachers. And so I want to thank our teachers in particular at the Academy of Advanced Learning, but all teachers in the state of Colorado who are working hard every day for kids.
The Succeeds Prize for Transformational Impact in a High School, presented by Slalom. The finalists are Grandview High School, La Vita High School, Loveland Classical Schools.
You know, Slalom has been a part of the Denver community for over a decade. We've grown alongside the city and witnessed firsthand the challenges that come with transformation. We've overcome some of those challenges by building agile solutions with the city and county of Denver and other leading employers in town. Now Slalom is over 7,000 people strong, 400 of whom live in, work in, and are dedicated to Colorado. So with a partner like Colorado Succeeds, there's truly no limit to what we can do together.
When it comes to investing in education, the question isn't if, it's how. How can we make the most impact for students, educators, and Colorado as a whole? With Vision 2030, Colorado Succeeds has a plan for how businesses like Slalom can help build and shape a better future for all of us. As consultants, we understand the value of innovation and disruption, and there's no better outcome than having a positive impact on the future leaders and our community.
When we look at the schools nominated in this category, we're inspired by how committed each is to rewriting conventional ideas about education and opportunity. Grandview High School, La Vita High School, and Loveland Classical Schools are the heroes in this story, and we're proud of how they're committed to personalized, experiential, and technology-enabled learning. They're leading by example, and to put it simply, doing what's right.
At Slalom, we believe in the value of authenticity, teamwork, humility, and curiosity, and we have the vision of becoming the most impactful company in Colorado. We're honored to recognize and celebrate those same values in schools who are driving their own transformational impact and who are well on their way to realizing Vision 2030. We'd like to congratulate each nominee on their achievements and thank them for leading the way.
Congratulations, La Vita High School.
Way to go, Loveland Classical Schools.
Great job, Grandview High School.
Thank you for being leaders.
We are so proud of all of you. Here's to driving impact together.
Here to present the award, Ben Deep, General Manager for Slalom Denver.
Good evening. At Slalom, we believe in a vision where everyone loves their work and life. A key foundation of that is a strong education. I want my 4 kids, Carson, Lauren, Eric, and Kylie, along with the 1 million other students in our Colorado school systems to thrive. Currently, 1 in 4 high school students move on and get a degree. We need to do better. By partnering with College Succeeds and strengthening our public and private partnerships, we can have Colorado lead the nation in this space. With that, I want to congratulate the high schools in the Transformational Impact, and the winner is Vita High School.
Vita High School is located at the base of the Spanish Peaks Mountains in southern Colorado. We're really working on something that we're calling the handoff from high school. What we have tried to do is look for where there's potential and match resource with need.
We're encouraged to bring in community members. I bring in a realtor and they'll teach the seniors how to buy houses. The community is so supportive in helping us create these lifelong learners and create these active citizens.
The 5 competencies are all important, and they kind of build on top of each other. I think the one that stands out the most that applies to the Vision 2030 is definitely the entrepreneurial competency. As businesses jump on this same train, we'll be able to see a difference in our future.
We are active members of student-centered accountability. Teachers and leadership teams visit one another's districts, and they're responsible for leaving critical peer feedback for one another. So it really leaves solving the challenges of education to the educators.
We found a way to be able to teach these children to become more mindful of their future, finding educators that are bold enough to step out of that box, if you will.
The way that education is framed is changing. Technology has changed that, and I think it's important that we respond to that paradigm shift in a way that gives them the right skills to be productive citizens.
Goodness, we're so proud to be here from the little town of Vita. We are grateful to Colorado Succeeds and all of tonight's sponsors for a program that recognizes the efforts of schools and for this celebration of them. I would like to thank the fine educators who serve in Vita Public Schools. Our teachers and support staff have created an organization that's characterized by cooperation and focused on finding and exercising the potential of every individual and the system as a whole. While this award is for our high school, we are a small, rural, preschool through 12th grade system. We have the benefit of dealing with all of our students for a very long period of time, which allows for individual attention in the context of a family-like atmosphere. We are thankful to the parents of our students who trust us to care for and educate their children. We are thankful for our students who are the reason that we strive for excellence. I'm also pleased to thank our forward-thinking school board and a top-notch group of administrators and teachers who explicitly and intentionally promote growth mindset, goal setting, and self-awareness and reflection. We are thankful for tonight's recognition, and we will continue our work at home and with our partners throughout the state and across the nation to make Vita schools work towards our mission to graduate lifelong learners and productive citizens and to achieve our vision to be a model for rural schools in Colorado.
The Succeeds Prize for Excellence in STEM Education, presented by Ball Corporation. The finalists are Computer Science and Cybersecurity at Warren Tech, Hack School at Strive Prep Excel, School Pathways and Systems Go at Canyon City High School.
When you have
a vibrant STEM education environment, you have a vibrant economy, and that is why it's so critical for us at Ball Corporation. Ball Corporation's been around 140 years, and during those 140 years, we've been very sustainable, not only in terms of environmental and economic sustainability, but social sustainability, giving back to the communities in which we lived and operate. It is incumbent upon us and all businesses to not only look outside to say what are other people doing about STEM education, but also look in the mirror and saying what are we doing to help make sure that our communities are thriving as much as they can in terms of STEM education. Whether it's working with FIRST Robotics, all the way up through Girls Inc. and the Eureka Summer Program to make STEM exciting and fun and interesting, and working with our higher education institutions, including but not limited to the University of Colorado and our BOLD program. All along that spectrum, those are our future people that we're going to be hiring, and they are going to be our future success. Ball is a proud sponsor of the Excellence in STEM Education Award because indeed it's vital to our future success. So on behalf of Ball Corporation, I want to thank all of you for putting your shoulder into STEM education.
Here to present the award, Chris Chavez, Director of Global Corporate Citizenship for Ball Corp and Executive Director of the Ball Foundation.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How about we have an event that celebrates students, teachers, and innovative schools? What a great idea. Congratulations to the nominees, the finalists, and of course, Colorado Succeeds. My mom was a teacher for 31 years, so I know the kind of commitment it takes to be a teacher. So hats off to all the teachers in the room. On behalf of 5,000 employees in the state of Colorado, Ball Corporation's proud to support STEM in the state, and we're also proud to present the STEM Prize again this year. So here we go. All right, this is terrific. Canyon City High School.
I have teachers all over this building who are coming up to me and saying, I have a great idea and I want to do something. We have all of the right STEM career fields right here in Canyon City that we want all of them to be 100% successful in whatever they choose post-high school. The first thing we did is we set out to create our own graduate profile. It includes concepts like tenacity, like innovation, and oh, by the way, they have to take risk. And we encourage that risk taking, and we also encourage the learning that happens when you fail.
Approximately 85% of jobs that will be in their future are not in existence currently. And so, quite frankly, we need to teach kids how to be agile learners. We need to teach them to be problem solvers and leaders and learn to collaborate.
We have a robust program to train students to be ready for college, but just as important to us is we want to make sure that everybody gets a job in the ever-changing world upon graduation, and that's important.
The more innovative programs that we can continue to explore, I think we can just elevate the education of Colorado kids.
You don't have to be a big urban district with a lot of urban resources surrounding you and your community to get your students into the future of our country, into those jobs.
Hey, way to go, Tigers. I'd like to thank our district leadership and Board of Education. As our superintendent says, they have a hard time keeping a good idea off the table. I'd like to thank our community partners in support. We have a internship program in Canyon City that has more than 110 business partners. That's pretty big for a rural community like ours. For anybody who ever loses faith in the next generation, take a trip down to Canyon City and spend time with our student population. They are wonderful, they are energetic, and they are empowered. I would also definitely like to end by thanking the staff at Canyon City High School. For the last 3 years, we've worked really hard at change. It isn't always easy, and yet they keep a positive attitude, they're compassionate, and they keep the students' futures in the forefront of every day. So thank you very much to our staff. The staff. The brains behind our program, Mr. Dave Laughlin.
As a kid, I traveled through the very small town of Del Norte, Colorado to find my favorite fishing places. And in that town, there is a billboard that you can still find today that says, "Home of astronaut Kent Rumminger." And that had a profound effect on my life. If this guy from a small town could go into space, why not me? Well, it turns out that NASA didn't know how to get me in and out of capsules. But when I learned of the Systems Go program, I had that same feeling I did when I was young, this time for my students. And I wanted to give them the advantage of a small town kid in being able to enter the engineering fields and have careers in space education. I can't thank the Succeeds people enough for this opportunity to get our program off the ground. And my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Bill Summers for believing in a small town boy.
The Succeeds Prize for Excellence in Education Innovation presented by Janice Henderson Investors. The finalists are the EDGE program at Legend High School, School to Employment program at Pueblo 70 and Parkview Medical Center, Senior Capstones at Roaring Fork High School.
The Janice Henderson Foundation is committed to giving back to our community in new and innovative ways. Our mission is to help youth achieve their full potential through access to better educational opportunities. We are proud to be sponsoring the Excellence in Education Innovation Award because innovative programs and unconventional approaches in education will deliver a better tomorrow. We've seen that exposure to pioneering concepts while in school helps students adapt to the various changes they'll face in life. They also develop problem solving, collaboration, and critical thinking skills, which will help them thrive in a future world filled with unforeseeable challenges. As a corporation, it's imperative that we care and invest in education and educators because they're developing our future pipeline of talent. I am passionate about education because I've seen firsthand the impact it has on a student's life and our society. Janice Henderson is excited to support the Succeeds Prize for the third year in a row. And at Janice Henderson, we think about investments in education the same way we think about making investments as a firm. We want to invest in groundbreaking programs that have calculated risks and measurable impact. We want to invest in community programs that are scalable over time to ensure that we are supporting the whole child. Developing programs that create the least amount of disruption for our students, but make the greatest impact. Innovation is based on questioning and challenging the status quo, but it's also based on recognizing opportunity and taking advantage of it. That's why we're so proud of the educators willing to take on new challenges and be innovative in the classroom. On behalf of Janice Henderson, thank you.
Here to present the award, Tiffany Kruger, Executive Vice President of Human Resources for Janice Henderson Investors.
Well, hello everyone, and what an amazing evening. You really can feel the energy standing up here that is in this room, and I am just so proud to have the opportunity to celebrate our students and the teachers that we have. I'm a mom of 2 teenagers who are in high school, and I am grateful on a daily basis of the work that you do in our communities out there in the state of Colorado. And I'm so proud to be able to announce this award for Excellence in Education Innovation, and the winner is the School of Employment Program, STEP. Congratulations! Pueblo 70, Parkview Medical.
Parkview Medical Center and Pueblo School District 70 have been wonderful partners since 2002.
The STEP program, which stands for School to Employment Program. Students come to the hospital, they shadow the healthcare profession.
They're here Monday through Thursdays, 7:30 to 9 a.m. We have 7 different rotations that they are selected for. They are able to observe everything and anything.
So when you tie the tourniquet, you want to make sure that it's nice and snug.
Science and technology are all around us. It could be one of these programs are scalable, and so we see it at the state level or even at the national level because it's the best in class and it comes out of the state of Colorado.
Vision 2030 to me was the skills that are needed for the future for students. It takes education beyond the textbook, beyond the classroom. It's amazing.
The excitement that is generated by some of these programs, you can see it in the kids' faces, you can see it in the educators' faces. So I just see a lot of momentum in the state of Colorado to give back to the students and create an agile learner.
I think I want to be a lab tech.
We do have a healthcare worker shortage, so it's wonderful to be able to grow our own and to be able to provide them with an opportunity to have a pipeline into a career of their dreams. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. We are just thrilled to be nominated. Shocked right now because the company we're in, everybody is doing such a phenomenal job. We've been very blessed to have this program, this partnership between Parkview Medical Center in Pueblo, Colorado, and School District 70. It was a dream of ours in 2002 to get clinicians and teachers together and provide an experience for students as a pipeline to say, someday I want to work in healthcare. Well, how are you going to do that without seeing it every day? So we allow students to come into the hospital 4 days a week for an hour and a half. They earn college credits, they get to observe, and they really get to decide and see themselves walking in our mentors' shoes every day. Javen Baker from District 70 is my co-partner. We go hand in hand, and these lovely people behind us from both our medical center and students, raise your hands. These students right here were once 17 years old, walking in the door, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to be nurses, and now they are directors and leaders of our hospital, nurses, healthcare workers, and they are an amazing team. So together with 3,200 employees at our hospital and all of our teachers in our school district, they embrace this and give the students an experience of a lifetime. And for that, we are very grateful. On a day-to-day basis, we get phone calls. Day before yesterday, I had a phone call from one of my students said, guess what? I just got accepted into medical school. So for that, it's 100% worth what they do every single day.
On behalf of District 70, we want to congratulate all the great work that's going on in here and all around the state of Colorado. But we definitely want to thank Parkview Medical Center. It takes a lot of guts to say, yeah, we'll agree to have a bunch of teenagers running around our hospital on a daily basis. And I think the fruit has been evident as we have many students who now serve in that hospital. They serve our community. It's a great partnership in Pueblo, and they not just serve Pueblo, they serve all of southeastern Colorado. And I want to thank Stacy. She's really the one that makes it all happen, and Parkview Medical Center, and congratulations to everybody.
And thank you very much to our sponsor tonight for awarding this. We are very honored and feel very blessed. Thank you and have a great night tonight.
The Succeeds Prize for Excellence in Technology-Enabled Learning, presented by Aero Electronics. The finalists are Digital Badging at Aurora Public Schools, NOCO Inspire, St. Vrain Valley Schools.
Hi, I'm Jover, Global Director of Corporate Social Responsibility for Aero Electronics. Aero guides innovation forward for over 200,000 of the world's leading manufacturers of technology that's used in homes, business, and daily life. And as a corporation, it's critical that we give back and inspire the next generation. We are much more than products and services. We're a community of designers, engineers, builders, and visionaries who navigate the path between possibility and practicality across the complete life cycle of electronics. in some of the fastest growing commercial and industrial markets on the planet. We believe that innovation must not only be encouraged, it can and should be taught. That's why we actively support youth education programs that shape the innovators of tomorrow from STEM to business to the arts. We're proud to be sponsoring the Excellence in Technology-Enabled Learning Award because it's never too early to ignite a child's imagination and expose them to technology that will push the boundary of what is possible. More than a mantra, for us, 5 years out is the tangible future, problem solving for a world that doesn't exist yet. In order to develop the ingenuity and talent Colorado needs, then, our classrooms must evolve. We support and invest in programs that equip students with the tools and resources to go deeper. The education leaders who are activating systems change by daring to rethink education understand that we cannot prepare students for the future with outdated methods. We're proud to support the Succeeds Prize, and tonight we celebrate all of the educators who go above and beyond every day. On behalf of Arrow Electronics, thank you.
Here to present the award, Jover, Global Director of Corporate Social Responsibility for Arrow Electronics.
So this is the last award of the evening, and I'm the only thing standing between you and the party. So I'm going to tell you a story. Very, very briefly. Everybody tonight's been bragging on their kids. I'm going to brag on mine for a minute. He really surprised me this summer because he said, "Dad, I'm going to build my own computer." And I'm an English major. And so I told him, "You know I can't help you." And he said, "That's okay, I've got YouTube." And by the end of the day, with YouTube, he built a computer that he's using tonight for his homework. So why am I telling a room full of teachers about this? It means you're free, okay? You're free from the drudgery of teaching facts, okay? You know, in the video, I really meant it. You know, we really do believe that innovation is a mindset. It's a skill set and a set of qualities that can be taught. You are the innovators, and we need you to teach the next generation of innovators. That's our pipeline. That's the mindset we want. We don't need anybody to recite to us Ohm's law. I can't even recite Ohm's law. We can look it up. We need people who can innovate, who can go from possibility to practicality. And that's what we honor here tonight. So congratulations to all the nominees and all the winners, the nominees in our category that we're very excited about. But there is a grand prize winner in our category, and it is St. Vrain Valley School.
We feel like we're a catalyst that bring together industry, education, and our community.
Our whole district really uses design thinking to challenge us as teachers, as educators, leaders, and students to create things that are meaningful for students.
St. Vrain has taken this lead in creating a district which I believe is truly exemplary. I think the business community is the fortunate benefactor of the great work being done in the educational system.
P-TECH is a model that was developed by IBM, and it's really a collaboration between a business entity, a community college, and a school district. We're constantly talking to IBM about what skills students need to be successful in the workplace.
Innovation Center is really a bridge between academic foundation and innovation. We have different divisions here. One is around aeronautics, a very robust robotics and computer science division. Our newest division is our bioscience division. Then we have an entrepreneurial incubator and area for startups.
This is where the jobs are, this is where the opportunities are, and so focus of any of these programs needs to be very much on technology.
St. Vrain, I think, is on the cutting edge of really what public education is and will be in the future. We are incredibly honored to be standing here today in recognition of the outstanding opportunities that our students have in St. Vrain Valley Schools to advance their future and become successful, engaged citizens in a complex, globalized world. In St. Vrain, all of this was made possible through the support of countless educators, partners, leaders, and students who have worked together to champion what 21st century learning should look like. There have been so many who have contributed to our success, and I'd like to just take a moment to thank those individuals. And I'd like to first start with my Innovation Center staff. Axel Reitzik, Jake Marshall, Eric Bergen, Kristen Brom, Tom Darcy, Nico DeParrier, Michelle Kennedy, Jeff Lund, Jen Payrote, Dr. Deb Telfer, and Brandon Schaefer. Certainly also, we want to mention our district leadership. Dr. Jackie Capuchin, Dina Perferetti-Didi, Hillary Sontag, Matt Wiggins, Joe McBreen, and none other but Regina Rinaldi. Along with all of the incredible teachers that work with our students each and every day. We're also so fortunate to work alongside amazing industry, community, and philanthropic partners, such as Front Range Community College and IBM, with Pete Lorenza, Ray Johnson, Dan Willis, and countless IBM mentors. Special thanks go out to Tim King, Becky Morales, Tim McLaughlin, and Chrissy Safi, and Marty Goldberg, who understand the importance of building opportunities for students through education. We also wouldn't be where we are today without the incredible leadership of our Board of Education. Joey Segrist, Chico Garcia, Paula Pierce, Bob Smith, Dr. Richard Martyr, Karen Ragland, and John Ahrens. Lastly, we want to recognize the unwavering vision of our superintendent, Dr. Don Haddad. His drive to accelerate and advance rigorous student learning opportunities and create agile learners across our community. Thank you, Don, for all that you have done to build and advance our educational system that is truly having an impact on the future of so many students. I'd like to introduce Heidi Ringer, principal of Skyline High School, to say a few words. Thank you so much.
First and foremost, I would like to recognize our incredible students at Skyline in our Falcon Tech program who are on track to graduate this May as the first in our Falcon Tech program who will earn their high school diploma and their associate's degree. Also, our incredible Falcon Tech leaders and educational staff and all of our teachers, specifically Greg Stevens, Louise March, and Tracy Zakovic. But truly, at St. Vrain Valley Schools, what keeps us going is that we believe that public education is the foundation to everything that drives the success of our society. And together, we are giving our students a strong competitive advantage to create and build a stronger future for all of us. Thank you to Colorado Succeeds, MindSpark, 9 News, and Arrow for recognizing this work. And also thank you to everyone in our community who has supported St. Vrain Valley Schools and all of the work of our students, teachers, and staff. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. I think you hopefully understand why we call this the Academy Awards for Teaching. And that really is, I think what's refreshing is that we're not thanking an agent or a lawyer or anyone else on stage, but we do want to thank our business community because they believe in public education. And you're supporting us tonight. All the business leaders. These are the folks that do what you do every single day. And when we send our little kiddos off to school and have a tear in our eye thinking, oh my goodness, are they going to be okay? We're trusting their minds and them with you. And you see things in them that we could never, ever possibly see in them. As parents or caregivers or somebody else, teachers find a way. And for that, we are eternally grateful for what you do. We're going to do something that isn't really planned, but I'm going to ask that we turn the house lights up because we do want to make you feel as loved, as you mentioned in that first award, a big love to all of you and all of our teachers. So if we could have our elementary school educators stand, I'd like you to stand so I know which ones are the elementary school folks. There we go. You are the ones. It all begins with you. It all begins with you. We can't thank you enough. You're the ones that help them find a love of learning and guide them to the next level, our elementary school teachers. How about middle school? Middle school teachers. I'll tell you what, you all are cut from a special cloth, right? You deal with the hormones, you deal with all the other issues that come along with middle school, but it is one of the best times ever for so many young people. Middle school can be great, and it's only great with great teachers. And then you'll forget about the photo that you took in 8th grade that I still throw mine away. Finally, our high school teachers. Let's have our high school teachers stand up. We don't know how you do what you do. You got a million things going on, and you're helping them plan futures, whatever it might be for our young people as we talk about in this globally changing world. And in the meantime, oh yeah, by the way, they've got the SAT and the ACT, and oh yeah, maybe they should take this test or that test, and by the way, college essay, and oh, they always ask the teacher for a reference letter as well, 1 or 2, because we know you got a lot of spare time to do that college app. So we say thank you. Thank you for what you do every single day in our classrooms. So we know we honored winners specifically tonight, but finalists as well. And you all leave with some money to continue what you do. And more importantly, we hope you leave with that inspiration and gratitude from all of us tonight. I think many of us were struck by the fact that we reached all corners of our state. We've got Canyon City, La Vita, Salida, all these areas represented tonight. Good things are happening in Colorado schools, and that's why we feel so good about our Colorado students as well. So congratulations to our winners, to our finalists tonight, and your stories. Your stories will leave a lasting impact. You are teaching us innovation, and you're inspiring us, and you're giving us a call to action to support what is working in public education. We spend too much time talking about what's broken. A lot is working. A lot is working, and you're all part of that. We thank you for joining us tonight, and for you at home joining us as well. We hope you watch this entire event again at the succeedsprize.org. Share it, Tell everyone about it. You know, it does take a village. Get everyone involved in your school and in your neighborhood. Tonight's stories will not end here, we promise. And we hope you continue to follow us. Remember, the Colorado Succeeds, and we will profile the finalists. We will highlight what's working in Colorado. We will be back here next year. But this is an unwavering commitment to our Colorado students. And we hope you understand that and appreciate it. We can't do it without all of you. This is your night. We hope you celebrate, and you might be a little tired early tomorrow morning, but it's okay. Your feet are going to hurt more than anything else. Trust me on that. But our students thank you, and everybody in our community thanks you. Colorado teachers, you rock. You're doing it. Thank you for being a part of this tonight. Drive home safe.